Can you hear the intro?
I cannot hear it, but I'll just pretend to vibe.
Okay, well, you're definitely vibing. You look good vibing to no music, Chenji, so well done.
Vibing with like nothing.
I wasn't sure if you can hear the intro or not.
No, I literally cannot hear anything right now. It's as quiet as it gets in this place.
Okay, fair enough. That's fine. All right, well, welcome back to the podcast, everybody. Episode number 30. My name is Theo, and the guy up to my right, I think you are Chenji. Is that's Chenji. Welcome back to episode 30. 30, mate. Not bad,
gosh, what a journey. 30.
What a journey. Still, we're still not making any money, but it is what it is. That will soon come.
Okay.
We're fine. We spent so much money doing this.
Money is overrated.
I completely agree.
Memories are forever.
Yes, priceless.
And it's on the internet, so it's literally there forever.
It is, yeah, you are correct.
If
so
we say something really bad, we might get cancelled. So
it's only a matter of time. Hopefully we manage, I don't know, a few thousand more episodes before we get cancelled. That'll be good.
Well, to be fair, getting cancelled means that you're big enough to have an opinion, which I won't complain.
There you go. So, I mean, I don't want to get cancelled, but then again, it is what it is. Things happen. Things happen. I'm not out here trying to get cancelled, by the way. Speaking of getting cancelled, nice little segue. Okay,
we have the most amazing segue.
I know. I just random. I'm not. This will not cancel me, by the way, Chenji. But breaking news. First things first. We have a new world number one.
Oh yeah.
So let's talk about that. And what I want to say is, I'm not angry that there's a new world number one. I'm disappointed in Rory for not stepping up and playing as well as he should have. But this new number one, what's his name, Chenji?
Mr. Texas, Scotty Scheffler.
This is what's going to get me cancelled.
What?
I don't like him.
Really?
I don't rate him. I think he's bland. I think him and water are like the same. You kind of need it, but you're not really like, it has no taste. There's just nothing there. There's no personality. There's just no finesse. He's a great golf player, but okay, so is everybody else on tour. I mean, he's not like the cool guy. He's not, I don't know, I find him very boring and bland. And he's only like 25, whatever, how old he is.
Like 26 now, I think.
Yeah, and he's like, you're 26, like mess around a little bit. There's zero controversy. There's just nothing about this guy. I'm like, I need something. I need some Patrick Reed. I need some Rory, some Tiger Woods. I need some scandals in my life, mate. I can't just have this clean-cut, perfect golf swing player be number one. I don't like that. I'm not a fan.
I would arguably say that his golf swing is his biggest controversy.
Listen, when the biggest controversy is your golf swing, you're doing something wrong.
It's not even his swing; it's just his footwork, isn't it? His swing is.
Did you see the video? I want to say a few months ago, where he swung the club, he took a shot, and he forgot to rotate, and he rotated like his foot after he took the shot.
Wait. That wasn't Scotty. That was like Patrick Cantley, wasn't it?
Was that Patrick Cantley?
Yeah, that was Patrick Cantley.
I thought it was Scotty Scheffler.
And then obviously had to swing, give a lot of upper body action.
Yeah.
And then I think his lower body didn't really twist, and then he realized, okay, I forgot to do my little bit of a finish. So he just
that's so weird how you just kind of.
It's actually really funny.
You know what? Right? I tried
to recreate it on with a funny TikTok video.
Yes,
or something,
I thought.
I just couldn't do it.
I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely thought that this was gonna be like a new trend that everybody was gonna be doing, and it just didn't take off. And it would have been such a good trend.
You know why it didn't take off? Why? Because it's hard.
It's not actually that hard. Hit a ball and then do the footwork after. Like, it's not as difficult. No?
Actually harder than you think it is.
I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go tomorrow when I'm playing golf, and I'll send you the video.
Sounds good. But also, I've never heard somebody insult somebody by describing them, comparing them with water.
Boring.
Quite good, actually.
There you go. What else is boring? Plain white rice. That's bland, right? Yeah. Scotty Scheffler. What else is like bland? Milk. No, milk is not that bland.
Richard Bland.
Richard Bland. Even Richard Bland is not as bland as Scotty Scheffler.
Even Richard Bland is not as bland as
even he has more personality. Scheffler. Like, what is going on?
It's true. I feel like do you remember when he won I think it was the British Masters? Was it like 2 years ago now? And he had a very emotional interview, right? But you just don't see the emotional interviews that Scotty Scheffler does. It's like the most corporate,
Yeah.
Like, standard. Oh, thank you to my wife. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
To,
It's like even I'll tell you
everybody.
what, even Harry Kane is not as bland as Scotty Scheffler. And Harry Kane, if you follow football, he is the most boring guy to kind of talk to. I'm a Spurs fan. I'm a big fan of Harry Kane, but you see him at the end, and it's just like he doesn't know what to say. He's just very media trained. He says the right thing, and that's it. He doesn't give you any more interaction, no facial expression. He's just boring. We need
Basically, Scotty Scheffler is the Harry Kane of golf.
Yeah. Well, Harry Kane doesn't have any trophies. Scotty Scheffler has plenty. Listen, I'm a Spurs fan.
Okay, coming from a Spurs fan.
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
I'm allowed to make those jokes. Anyway,
we're saying a lot of things that could get us cancelled.
I know, mate. I'm going to name this podcast the one that we should have got cancelled or something like that. Like, we should get cancelled for this episode.
Yeah,
that's clickbait.
The episode that should have been cancelled. There we go.
The episode.
Actually, I'll tell you what, though. This is quite out of the blue, but I feel like we should be focusing on this episode with controversial opinions and call it like the episode that should have been cancelled.
The episode, yeah. I'm gonna think of some titles, but it's gonna be something cancelled based. I'm gonna write that down. Cancelled.
Yeah, now we need to think about
based,
like throughout this whole podcast, we just got to think about say stuff that might get us cancelled.
Oh, shall I say something that's gonna cancel? That might cancel me about
Let's
Justin Rose.
Ooh.
How much do you like Justin Rose out of 10?
I will say he's also water.
He's not. He's also water. I think he's water with a dash of like Robinson squash. He's like he's not bland, but he's got a tiny bit of flavor. It's there, but you can't really taste it.
But not like more than 5 drops. Maybe 2. Like maybe like 2 drops.
2 drops of squash.
Robinson squash.
Yeah. But that's it.
And it's not even blackcurrant. It's just the orange.
It's the basic of basics flavor, right? Yeah. Okay. So. We spoke about the Condor experience before, right? For whoever doesn't know, the Condor experience is this great chateau in the south of France where they have like a PGA rated whatever it is golf course, and the only way that you can play this golf course is if you stay at the chateau. The chateau is like a 20-room mansion where it's like you're wined and dined, all inclusive. Like whatever you want, it's yours basically. And I can't remember how much did it cost. Chenji, it was like 100 grand for 3 nights or something stupid.
Something like that. But corporate tax write-off.
Yeah, but it's just like really beautiful place. Don't get me wrong. There's loads of activities to do, but you kind of mainly go there for the golf. It's very golf based. You can pick where the holes are going to be. There's no tee times. Obviously, the whole course is yours. You can play as on it as much as you want. You can just do whatever you want. You can just do that. And it's a beautiful place. Don't get me wrong, but obviously it's a crap load of money, right? So I saw on the Instagram that they are doing like a Justin Rose is one of the ambassadors for Condor Experience.
Yeah.
I think along with Danny Willett and a couple of other people, or Tiro Hato, one of the two. Anyway, so I saw that they're doing like a Justin Rose meet and greet, shall I say, at the Condor Experience, where you stay for 3 nights and you kind of spend time with Justin Rose. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. So I go visit the website for more. Visit the website, and then it takes me to a different website, and it says, for more information, please email this email address. So obviously for content, I emailed them, nice. And I was like, hey guys, my name is Theo. I am interested in the Justin Rose weekend experience. And they got back to me literally the day after, and they gave me prices and what's going to happen. Basically, I can eat and drink and talk with Justin Rose. I'm like, okay, that's pretty decent. Where is it? All guests and accommodation and housekeeping is included. All food, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks and house beverages, everything's included. Personal executive chef and culinary team. I said that right. Head butler and food and beverage assistants. Concierge and guest relations coordinator. Unlimited use of gym facilities, indoor swimming pool, and indoor and outdoor pool terrace. A golf day at the Condor with Justin Rose on Tuesday, May the 9th. It's like a 3-4 day thing. Guess how much it is to stay at this place and like talk and chill with Justin Rose?
Is it a per person thing?
Yes. How much would you pay if you were rich?
If I was rich, I don't know. I'd pay 10 grand.
For 3 days?
For 3 days?
That's close. It's 10 grand per day.
No way.
It's 30,000 euros per person for 3 nights and everything included.
And everything, but obviously, like, you're sharing the whole chateau with other people.
There's 8 bedrooms, so if you think about maybe 16 people, if somebody's sharing a bedroom, if there's 2 of you, so if me and you go, we stay in the same bedroom, and it's 50 grand,
joking.
and it's 50 grand for 2 of us. Yeah. But if I go by myself, which is a likelihood, I mean, by May, there's a chance for me to win the Euro Million. It could happen. But even if I was a millionaire,
best order of business.
yeah. But even if I was a millionaire, I don't think I would pay 30 grand to go and spend time with Justin Rose. I love Justin Rose. I have nothing wrong with him. We got to meet him at the Open. Lovely man.
Yeah, lovely man. I think he signed your stuff as well.
Yeah, he did. I've got it's just up there. You can't really see
over
it
there somewhere.
Yeah, but my question is, what would you pay £30,000 to do? What player would you spend that much money to?
Tiger. Is that even a question?
Okay, I would pay a lot more for Tiger.
Okay, all right, okay.
So obviously Tiger is like you don't even need to say that. Obviously Tiger is in there. Tiger Woods way worth the money. Spending that much money, obviously if you had the money, I think Rory I would probably pay for.
Scotty Scheffler, obviously.
Definitely not. No. I would probably no, not DJ. Bryson, I would definitely do.
Okay.
Bryson.
Okay.
Tom Kim, 100%. Who else?
£30,000, you would see Tom.
I don't know. Okay. Maybe not 30 grand. If it was like Tom Kim, Max Homa. Wait. No, wait. Tom Kim, Max Homa, Min Woo Lee, and who else? One more who else? One more person.
Colin Morikawa?
Yes. Colin. That I would pay 30 grand. Yeah.
I would pay £30,000.
Yes. But it's still a lot of money, don't get me wrong.
All being there, and then we're going to play like a little scramble fun thing. I would
imagine that. That'd be so much fun.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
But yeah, it's just so interesting how they're charging that much money.
Like, you look at Justin Rose's like cap, his hat, and it's sponsored by Morgan Stanley, an investment bank.
Yes.
You'd have to be a pretty bland person for an investment bank to actually sponsor you. Because that means that you are not hot, you are not cold, you're just the most corporate person ever. You don't say anything wrong.
Yeah. People
like you. But actually, people don't even have to like you. People just think you are there. So, yeah, I think that's his image. And
it is his image.
You were number 1,
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I'm just saying, Shane Lowry. Shane Lowry, Ian Poulter. Cool. And Lee Westwood. That'd be 3 good people. Mate, can you imagine like the fun? You're going to be like drunk from morning till night, just having the time of your life. You're going to be talking about golf. You're going to be talking about football. You're going to be talking about everything.
I don't know how likely it is though for Shane Lowry and Lee Westwood to be in the same place now, because obviously Shane is quite against the Live Tour, and then Lee Westwood plays there.
Yeah, but I mean, surely they can put their differences aside for 30 grand a day. They're getting paid.
Maybe. I don't know. Would you put? I mean, what are the odds of like Rory McIlroy playing with Patrick Reed anytime soon?
Yeah, the beef with Patrick and Rory is a bit bigger than Lee Westwood and Shane Lowry, right? Yeah, but yeah, it is what it is.
Kind of speaking about Liv, did you see the news that Dustin Johnson went, like, for the first time in a very long time, he went outside the world number 50 spot, like world top 50.
Yeah, so did Bryson. He's not even top 100 anymore.
No, but yeah, like Bryson a long time ago. But Dustin Johnson, like, being basically like, he's been, top 50 for like what, longer than, I don't know, than you and I were alive or something like that. He's been here for a very long time, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he's just been disappearing, and it's quite interesting.
Are you surprised? I'm not surprised.
No, of course not, because he's not been getting any points when people are playing. It's been like 2 seasons. I'm actually surprised it took him this long for him to drop out of the top 50, right? Like, how long has it been? Over a year. And he was still like top 50 by getting absolutely no points. And I just find it quite interesting.
It is. It's very interesting.
You would describe him as what? Like, I don't know, the Lewis Hamilton, or who's I don't know, who's a very, I don't know, the Roger Federer basically of golf, right? He's been here for a very long time, been world number 1 for a very long time.
Roger Federer, mate, Roger Federer is the Tiger of golf. You can't compare.
Fair enough.
You
Okay,
can't.
okay,
Roger
okay,
Federer,
fine.
mate, it's
Nadal?
like the absolute goat. No, yeah,
Fine,
Nadal,
fine,
maybe.
but maybe Nadal,
Maybe
but
Nadal.
you know, just been there, right?
Oh, yeah, listen. It's going to be interesting what happens with Liv, because if they start joining some random tour just to get world ranking points so they can play majors and other big competitions, obviously they're dropping low, right? And if you think about it, which this just came to me now, let's say Waste Management Open, the winner would get, let's say, 500 points, which I'm just saying points right now. Yeah, it's for an example.
Yeah.
If the Liv players play some random tour to gain points to be up in the rankings to be able to qualify for the Masters or whatever, the top prize for that tournament is not going to be 500 points, because it's not going to be a big tournament. It's going to be
going to be 200 points or something.
Yeah, so for DJ to be able, let's say he hasn't won the Masters, for Bryson to be able to qualify for the Masters, to be able to be in the top 70 in the world, he needs to win like 5 events a year on Liv, basically, to gain the points to rank to take him up. Because where Max Homa, for example, would need to win 1 to get 500 points, Bryson we have to win 2 or 3 to gain the same amount of points. So it's going to be very interesting to see.
People underestimate how hard it is to win. Like,
oh
even
my
if you're
God,
like the best player, right? And you play a couple of bad shots in a tournament, right? Some other random pro will just gonna take over, right? Like overtake you.
Yeah, it's so easy. Like, it's so easy to play bad.
It's so easy to be out of the tournament.
Oh, big time! Look at John Rahm over this weekend. Did you watch any golf?
Well, I actually didn't. I mean, because I don't know.
Oh, mate, it was what?
Was actually really good. Was really good.
Well, no, because Scotty Scheffler won.
Waste management. I don't know. Like last year, I was really into it. I don't know why this year I didn't really watch it.
It was very good.
There was no holy ones. I mean,
there was one. Okay. Let me fill you in.
Holy ones on the 16th.
Let me fill you in. So,
but last time it was like 3 something.
I think there was 2. Last year, I think there was 2. This year there was only one hole in one. One hole in one. It was on the 16th. Ricky Fowler. First of all, I want to give a massive shout out to Ricky Fowler and Jason Day. I know they're listening. Shout out to you boys. Absolutely. They brought the heat this weekend. I am so proud of them.
The OG as well.
The OGs, I love them too. They lost their game for a few years. I know they had some personal problems, and Jason Day, I think, lost his mum, and then he kind of fell out of love with golf, and I know he had some personal problems, but I am so happy that they are both back on top of their game, playing amazing golf, playing well, and it's just so good to kind of see them back at it again. It's very well deserved. I think Ricky Fowler or Jason, they were like top 10. Amazing golf. I
will say after Saturday, I did watch the leaderboard and everything. I really was rooting for Ricky Fowler to win.
I wasn't rooting for him to win. I was rooting for John Rahm to win. I'm not going to lie to you. I might have had a bet on for John Rahm to win. Fair enough. So, it is what it is. Obviously, I lost, but, John Rahm...
I mean, probably not as good as the odds as you think you would be getting. I don't know.
No, he was pretty decent.
Okay.
Well, no, sorry. He was third. He was third at the point, and he was like on the 9th hole, and the odds were very good. So I don't remember what the odds were. Obviously, I can't look at it, but the odds were very good. And even if you put the bet before the tournament started, obviously they would have been even better. But very interesting golf. Very good golf. A lot of shot shaping. Jordan Spieth played half decent. Justin Thomas was very good. Who else? Rory McIlroy played absolutely dreadful. Victor Hovland didn't play particularly well. But yeah, it was overall, it was a decent. It's a shame that there wasn't a hole in one on the 16th, because that would have been like the highlight of the year, basically, like it was last year.
That's why last year I think was so crazy, because there were like 2 hole in ones in there.
Yeah. I mean, but people are saying like this is the 5th major, and I can kind of see why.
Well, it has the second highest. Well, it's tied for the biggest purse in golf history.
It's mad. There's
and plus, if you think about it, right? I mean, with the other one being, I think, the players, right, which is also non-major, it's like $20 million US dollar purse.
Is it that big
as well? Having the balls of hosting a golf tournament or any major sports event with such a big purse, right, with so much at stakes during Super Bowl weekend, right?
You know what?
In the USA. Right?
I'm very surprised that they've done that.
Like, seriously, everybody in the US watches the Super Bowl, right? Everybody.
Yeah.
And how can you even get away with like hosting like a major tournament with so much at stake, with obviously, you know, a lot of sponsors and TVs and, you know, such a big purse, and still get away with it? I think that's incredible. Plus, to be fair, this year, actually, it might have made sense because the Super Bowl was in Arizona, and obviously the Waste Management Open is in Arizona, Scottsdale.
Yeah.
So yeah, people could have, like, you know, the VIPs of VIPs could have watched a round of golf on Sunday morning and then straight, you know,
I'm sure there's people that did that
and go watch the Super Bowl.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that did that.
I'm sure they did.
It's, you know, it's funny actually you say that, because a few weeks ago, Rory won. I can't remember where it was. It was somewhere in America. Was it like a big bang holiday for them? I can't remember which one it was. Oh my God, come on, Chenji, help me out.
When was it?
Like literally a month ago, a few months ago. They have like a big bank holiday. Saying
Thanksgiving.
No. There's like something with the freedom or something. It was a big Patriots Day. No. Anyway, there was a big bank holiday about a month ago, and there was a golf tournament on. And the tournament, they didn't play on the Sunday because of this bank holiday. They finished the tournament on the Monday.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, that was just like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't remember what the bank holiday was. It's gonna do my head in, but yeah. So
no, it wasn't the bank holiday. It was something happening in there. Oh no, it was because also it wasn't the bank holiday. It was the Super Bowl. So sorry, it wasn't. It was the NFL, because they were having the sort of the divisional.
That's
sorry,
it. Yeah.
Finals.
It was the finals.
So it was the football. So it was not the. It was well, technically it's the semifinals, right? But it's like the finals for each conference, and there are two conferences.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess what event was it again? I think it was the American Express.
I don't know what. Yeah, it was something.
The Rory won it, right?
Yeah. He did.
Yeah, and yeah. So obviously that didn't have enough pulling power to even like warrant them hosting like the tournament on a Sunday, where there was the two games on, you know, for the semifinals essentially of the NFL, which is an yearly event, right? It's not like the World Cup, which is once every 4 years. And here we have Waste Management Open with $20 million US purse, and hosting on the Sunday of Super Bowl Sunday. I think that's something incredible for the game of golf. I think it takes incredibly big balls to do that, right? And I think, yeah, very few sports can get away with pulling off something like that. So golf has the pulling power.
Mad.
And obviously the money as well to do that.
I think the only reason this weekend worked for golf is because of Waste Management. I think it's because of the 16th hole. There was like people queuing up at like 2 a.m. to be able to run at 7 a.m. when the gates opened to like get to get a good seat for the 16th
think I
hole.
saw on like the PGA Instagram or like some website.
Yes,
they were saying that on Saturday they had the highest attendance in history.
Yeah,
which was like 200. Yeah, over 200,000 people.
That's for a golf tournament. It's absolutely
madness,
crazy,
isn't it? 200,000.
I was talking with Stell. Obviously, we were going back and forward over text when we were watching the golf, and I said I think I would love one year for us to go to the Phoenix Open, and what I would love to do is just sit on the 16th hole for the morning till night, take a little packed lunch with me, and just watch golf. Just enjoy.
We need to be queuing like in the wee hours of the morning.
I know.
We need to, and then the moment they open the gates, have you seen like the drone footage from like the NFL?
Yeah, it's crazy.
The NFL, the PGA Tour Instagram, like you know people literally running, like a bunch of people with dad bods, right, running for the
get a good seat
for their lives to grab the front row seats on the grandstands on the
which
16th.
That would 100% be me, like without a question. That would be me.
No, that would be like us. When was the last time we had a run, but we'd be like running for our lives, literally, like
Yeah, because you just want a decent seat, and you don't have to come first or second. Like there's plenty of front row seats.
Yeah, exactly.
So you've got a good chance. Anyway,
we'll just be spending all day there drinking beer, and
how good would that be?
Hopefully, somebody makes a hole in one, and we can throw the beer cans.
Oh my God, that would be that would be like a core memory, right? That would be like.
I tell you what, though, imagine being there last year, right, when both of those hole in ones happened, and you were in the grandstand. It'd be like crazy.
Do you know what, right? Because that hole that hole-in-one will be replayed for the next 1,000 million years. Imagine being able to say, oh, I was there, or telling your grandkids and your great-grandkids, I was there.
If you made a hole-in-one on the 16th in Phoenix, right, you become a golf royalty.
Yes. I completely agree. Right, moving on.
It's like Sam Ryder, right? Nobody really knows about him, but he will always be.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, it will
if
always
that
be
guy, that whole, yeah.
The guy that made the first hole-in-one after like 6 years of no hole-in-ones on the 16th in.
And the second guy, nobody cares about the second guy. I don't even know.
Actually, the second guy.
I don't even know. I don't even know who it is. Sorry?
Carlos Ortiz.
Or was it? Yeah, it's just not as good. It's not as good. But nobody cares. It's fine.
Right, everyone. I mean, yeah, exactly.
It was. Do you know what it was?
Moving on.
It wasn't the hole-in-one. It was the crowd reaction, and because it already happened that day, they weren't going to go as mad on the second time round. So it is what it is. Right, something really, really weird happened. Well, weird. I say weird over the weekend, right? That I want to tell you. It's actually quite funny. So before Christmas on New Year's Eve, I went and I played at Stell's local golf course, Kibworth Golf Club. Yeah. And we rolled up. We're ready to go. And the group, there was a 2-ball behind us. And then we kind of got talking to the lads, young lads, like in the mid-20s, early 20s or whatever. We got talking to them, and then they were like, oh, shall we just join up as a 4-ball and just play? And we're like, yeah, no problem. So we kind of introduced ourselves, whatever. And we just played. They were like, one was like a 3 handicap, the other was like a 7 handicap or something. They were decent players.
Wow. Okay.
And we ended up playing scramble, I want to say. And we ended up beating them, actually. No, we ended up playing Stableford. And we ended up beating them. And they weren't very happy about it, but it is what it is. Both me and Stale played actually decent today. Not today, that on New Year's Eve, right? So obviously you kind of go around and you play golf with like new people, and you never, you always kind of catch up. What do you do? What do I do? How long have you been playing golf? Just a generic golf conversation when you meet somebody new while you're playing golf, right? I didn't tell him anything about the podcast. I didn't tell him, oh, I've got a podcast. You should listen to it, like and subscribe. I didn't say anything like that, right? Anyway, so I didn't mention anything about what we do. Nothing. Zero. I didn't even, you know what I mean? Like, we weren't even talking about social media. I was just talking about what I do as a day job. That was it. Anyway, roll forward a few weeks. On Sunday, 2 to 3 days ago, I go to Stell's Golf Club again, and I'm in like this roll-up competition. And then the tea time after me, it was one of the lads that we were playing on New Year's Eve. His name is Harrison. Really, really nice guy. Shout out to you, Harrison, if you are listening. So
shout out. Yeah.
So we were like just casually like, oh, hello, mate. You're right. How's the golf? Whatever. And then he was like calling me a bandit. Fair enough. Because obviously to him, as like a 6 handicap, I am a bandit. Obviously.
You're a bandit.
I at the beginning, I did say, I'm
actually a bit scared. Well, the next time we play.
No. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. So I was telling him like on New Year's Eve how I don't feel comfortable like with my driver, and then I ended up like hitting like 17 out of like 15 out of the 18 fairways, and he was like, "Mate, what are you like? You're striping your driver." And I'm like, "I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on today." Anyway,
banded.
Yeah. So we were talking, and then he goes to me, "You know what? The weirdest thing happened." I was like, "What?" He goes, "After we finished the round, I got home, I opened TikTok, and the first thing I see is your face." And I'm like, what?
No.
I swear to you. And they was like, what? And he goes to me, I didn't know you had a podcast. I was like, yeah, mate, I don't feel comfortable like going around, by the way, saying, oh, by the way, I've got a podcast, guys, like and subscribe.
Unlike me, I tell everybody on the
Yeah. So I was like, so he was like, yeah, it was so weird. And the other guy, I don't know, I can't remember his name for the life of me, that obviously Harrison was playing with. He got home, opened his Instagram and TikTok, and there it is, my face and your face and I'm like, we didn't talk about TikTok, we didn't talk about Instagram, we didn't talk about the podcast, we didn't talk about anything. The first thing he sees when he opens TikTok is my face of some random clip that we posted online. How random and how weird is that?
Dude, I swear, Big Brother's always watching you.
It is the scariest thing. And then obviously I was like, look, I understand. I'm sorry. I don't know. He was like, no. It's not.
Sorry. Why would you be sorry?
I was like, I don't know. Should I feel bad that was the first thing that you saw on TikTok? And he was like, no, it was fine. It was quite funny. I was like, well, don't forget, mate, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
And then I proceeded to hit a 280-yard drive for on the first. And then he was like,
one unfollow. Unfollowed.
Yeah, but it was such a weird thing, man. I'm like, sorry, I don't know what was going on. But it's so weird, man.
Man. Like maybe it's the proximity of your phones.
Yeah,
That's
he said
the
to
only
me,
explanation that you could have.
Yeah,
right?
he said that to me, and he goes, you should go like round and play more like with more random people, so that way you kind of you can build up your fan base or whatever.
So
I'm like,
basically,
it's not a bad idea.
This year we need to stop playing with each other. We just need to start joining random people in the group with the hopes that they're going to open up the TikToks one.
Mate, we're in February and we've played 11 holes together. That's it. This time last year, mate, we were playing every single week. So we need to kind of make up for it. I don't know how, but we need to make up for it.
We do. 11 holes. That's so sad, isn't it?
I know, it's really sad. Do you know where I'm going tomorrow? I don't know. There was a golf course.
No. You said you were going to play tomorrow.
Yeah, there was a golf course that you told me to stay away from. Please tell me which course it is. There's one course.
Oh, gosh.
Where the greens are like horrible. I think it's...
Wait. Oh, no, wait. Branston.
No, not Branston. Not Branston. There was another one where I was like going through my list of play, and he was like, mate, I've played there once and I regretted it ever since. Can you not remember which course it was?
Which course was that?
I don't know. But
which county was it?
In Derby. It was close to me. You played there once on a Saturday. I remember you saying you were like, mate, you stay away. Like terrible experience, terrible everything. It wasn't Morley Hayes. It wasn't Branston. I think it was something like Priory. I think. No.
Oh, was it like Bretzel Priory?
No, but have you played Bretzel Priory?
It was okay. I have.
And it was okay.
Both courses. It was all right. Just like a tourist course.
I'm going there tomorrow, and I'm.
Nice. Okay.
But
it's good.
And when I heard it, somebody told me, oh, you should go and try this course. It's like a very weird, like quirky kind of course. I was like, okay, cool. And it's only like 15 minutes away from me. I was like, okay,
cool. The Priory course or the Moreland course?
I think I'm playing the Priory course.
Priory, it can be very muddy.
Don't say that.
Because I played there in the winter and it was a bit muddy.
Okay.
So wear your best trousers.
I genuinely think this is a course that you were like, stay away from it. I'm sure it was.
No, definitely not. No, I mean, I would never have said, stay away from that course because there's nothing wrong with the course. It just, the Priory course gets a bit muddy and the Moreland course is a bit boring. So that's about the only thing really. Right.
Okay. Well, I'll go tomorrow. I'll let you know in the next podcast.
Yeah.
Wednesday, the Full Swing Netflix documentary comes out.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be fun.
We're gonna have so much content.
We're gonna have a review party next Monday for the podcast.
We are gonna have so much content. Listen, whoever's listening, guys, on Wednesday, the 15th of February, actually, is today, the day that you're watching and listening to the podcast.
Oh yeah, that's true.
For the Full Swing documentary comes out on Netflix. Go watch it because I promise you, there's gonna be a lot of spoilers in next week's episode. So just watch it. It's only like eight episodes, 45 minutes long. Easy peasy lemon squeezy to do in like 6 days.
I mean, we're gonna finish it and then we're just gonna like give all the spoilers next Monday, aren't we?
Pretty much. I mean, we kind of have to. That's part of our job. We have to talk about what happened. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to give my verdict, and this time next week I'm so excited.
What else is happening? Big event happening this week.
Go on.
Tiger's gonna play.
I know, mate. I saw. How exciting is that?
Dude, Tiger's going to be playing this week.
I can't wait.
Not only are we going to watch the Netflix documentary, but we're going to watch Tiger play for the first time competitively in a PGA Tour event for a very long time. Yeah,
it's going to be very good. I hope he plays well. I hope he makes a cut.
When was the last time he really played like a competitive game?
Open.
Was the Open? Yeah.
And he didn't play very well. Did he make the cut?
No,
I don't think he made the cut.
No, he didn't make the cut. I mean, that's why he had a very emotional walk on the 18th, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Across the Swalcombe Bridge.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the Swalcombe Bridge.
Oh my God. Did we speak about this last week?
So we spoke about how ugly it was, but did you see that they overturned it because of all the backlash?
Yeah, mate. It was the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, I don't know where I saw but somewhere they obviously Twitter blew up about it, right? The golfing community.
Everybody
making these comparisons of basically it was actually Twitter is so funny, man.
Yeah, I tend to stay away from Twitter. I don't like that environment. It's just so toxic. But everybody was complaining that it's the most iconic monument in golf, I would say, right? That Swilcan Bridge, every legendary golfer has walked over that bridge, right? We walked over that bridge. So yeah, but it was so iconic for us when we actually went there, when we're just looking at this bridge. And it's not as big as you think it's going to be. It's like a normal small bridge. Like it's like, I don't know, like 20 feet long. It's not that amazing, but it's just what it means in golf. It's the most iconic monument. And if you don't know, they changed, like they put like a patio. I don't know how to explain it. They extended basically the bridge. And the reason, do you know the reason why they did that?
Yeah.
Do you know the reason?
Yeah. No, because I think it was for like, I think to protect the grass, was it?
Yeah, because there was that many people that got, because it's like an open public course. So on Sundays they don't play golf there. You can literally go walk the course. You can sit eat your picnic or whatever. You can take your dogs, and there was that many people that would just stand there and take pictures by the bridge that it got like the grass got ruined. Which makes sense. So they had to put like this, like a stone like patio all around it. But it was so ugly, and it's just such an iconic place that you can't really change it. So obviously they kind of
like, obviously Twitter did some funny, like, obviously loads of Photoshop stuff. They photoshopped the Millennium Falcon on there.
Oh my god,
like I know
so
they
funny.
photoshopped like a jacuzzi and. It's just like this one really like obviously fake modern slab of like stones.
Oh my god.
Perfectly round as well, so you could just be putting any round object, just put a jacuzzi in there, put like a summer pool in like someone's backyard, and that's just have a dip.
Oh my god.
So good.
Oh my god, yeah, I'm looking at the Millennium.
Looking at the Millennium Falcon as well.
I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post a picture on there. Hopefully, I don't forget like over the time.
It's ridiculous, man.
It's so bad.
But I'm glad they overturned it. I don't know.
Back to normal. But then again, you probably would have like gotten used to it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's just, I'm glad it looks so bad. It looks so ugly.
So, all right. I mean, I've got a fun fact for you. Well, not a fun fact, like a fun quiz for you. I don't know why it never occurred to me. Maybe you already know, actually.
Okay.
But it's such a thing. I mean, I don't know why I've never asked myself that question. Why is birdie called birdie?
That is such a good question.
Have you ever thought about this question? Why is a birdie called birdie?
I haven't. Please tell me you have the answer to this.
I kind of do, but obviously all these stuff are like, subject to opinions. But it's funny. Why does no one ever ask themselves that question? Why is it called a birdie?
They probably have, and then just straight away go on Google, find out the answer, and then move on about their lives. They don't have a podcast to kind of make a segment out of it. That's a really good question.
What's your opinion?
Mate, I have no idea. Not only that, I don't know. The only thing that will make sense, I don't know why it's called birdie. I don't know why it's called albatross. I don't know why it's called eagle. I don't know why it's called par. The only thing that makes sense is hole in one, obviously. So please, Chenji, enlighten me. Why is birdie called birdie?
Well, apparently it originated in the United States, and it's said to have come from an American golfer who exclaimed that was a bird of a shot after a really nice shot.
That is that is so anticlimactic.
I know.
Okay, what about
is the whole reason why it's called an eagle because it's a bigger bird than a birdie? Because obviously, like, the lower you go, the bigger the bird becomes, right? So, and then the albatross is bigger than an eagle, and of course the condor, the biggest bird of them all.
Mate, I don't know. I hope that's not true.
I hope that's not true.
But it kind of makes sense. Because that's how all these things happen. Like, same with four. The reason why we shout four is because I think in Scotland, the guy, let's say old Tom Morris, which is not him, but let's just, for argument's sake, old Tom Morris hit a really bad shot, and he shouted to his caddy to keep an eye on the ball, and his caddy's last name was Four, so he was like four to kind of keep an eye on that ball, and then he kind of stuck. So it's like stupid reasons why things are called things.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
But the four, at least there's like a decent story behind it. But the birdie and the albatross and the eagle is just a bit.
That just sounds a bit. I don't know. Exactly. It sounds very anticlimactic. I hope I'm really wrong. So I hope you guys kind of debate this and just prove me wrong, please.
Yeah, please comment below. Let us know why you think birdie's called birdie or whatever. Like, what story have you heard? That's interesting. But yeah, I've got a question to ask you, It's not really a quiz. I want to get your opinion.
Mhm.
You know how we watch golf on the PGA Tour, and then there's sometimes on the top right corner, it kind of shows us for some reason, like what club they're using, like 9-iron, 7-iron, wedge, whatever. And then they take this shot with, like, let's say a 7-iron, and it goes 190, 200 to 210 yards. And you're like, oh my God, I wish I could hit my 7-iron 210 yards.
Mm-hmm.
My argument or my question that I want to know is, my 7-iron and your 7-iron is not the same 7-iron that Justin Thomas is using.
Correct.
So why are they showing us what they're using when it's not even equivalent to a normal golf club? Like, their 7-iron might be our 5-iron. Does that make any sense?
Well, no, actually, more like our 7-iron is their 5-iron.
That's what I meant.
Yeah,
that's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I said. No.
but also, like, for example, some people have 2 3-irons, but one 3-iron is bent to, like, I don't know, like, what, 21 degrees, and the other 3-irons bent to like 24 degrees.
Yes.
So, but both are called a 3-iron.
So what makes a 7-iron a 7-iron?
Well, in the most traditional sense, the 7-iron is a 33 or 34 degree iron club.
Right.
Right. But for for modern irons, especially the game improvement irons, right, to obviously persuade people that, oh my gosh, to sell more clubs, right? You go to a fitting session and you pull out the 7-iron, and all of a sudden, from your old rusty clubs, you get maybe 150 yards from the 7-iron, and with these brand new Stealth 2 irons, the 7-iron will get you 200 yards all of a sudden. Then you think, oh my gosh, it must be the technology. But no, it's because they've bent the 7-iron to 29 degrees, which is the equivalent of a 5-iron. So, of course, yeah.
Yeah, so what I've been trying to find on Google, like tech, like specs and lofts of like professional players, and I can't find anything anywhere online.
I think traditionally speaking, the players, they use traditionally lofted irons, right? Which means the 7-iron is approximately 33, and then you just add 4 degrees, going, up the clubs, and then you just, exactly like in increments of about 3 to 4 degrees.
Right.
However, in the modern game, because of how long these holes have gotten, right, especially some of these par 4s, right, you're looking at 500-yard par 4s. Like, who does that, right? 500. So you take a driver out, you smash a driver 300 yards, and you still got 200 yards to approach.
Yeah, it's mad.
So a lot of players have started sort of like, using a bit more stronger lofted irons as well. So I can't give you an example, but I definitely heard that, like, for example, Rory McIlroy's clubs is very much like, I think he's a bit stronger lofted, so he gets all the distance. But yeah, obviously there's still prototypes, and they're all like, blades, so they can have the feeling of like a nice hit as well. But because, again, a bladed iron, right, will get less distance compared to like a muscle back or a cavity club, because of the technology, obviously, because they've got less offset. So in the current game of golf, because the yardages that's currently like the layout that's being set up, right, the players have no choice but to actually increase some of their lofts to stay competitive. But I agree, that number is just very arbitrary. Everybody's 7-iron has got different lofts apparently these days.
Well, I'll give you an example. I'm on the Ping website as we speak, and my club's G425, the 7-iron, for argument's sake, is a 30-degree loft, which is very low lofted for a 7-iron.
Which is basically like a 6-iron.
Right. Yeah, which makes sense if you think about it, considering how far I hit my 7-iron.
Yeah.
It's as far as I should hit my 6-iron.
Yeah.
Yeah? Does that make sense? So
yeah.
I hit my 7-iron.
My 7-iron is a 34 degrees.
Right. So I hit my 7-iron as far as you hit your 6-iron, and that makes sense.
No, I think more like a 5-iron, really.
I don't know, on a good day.
You're already a stronger golfer than I am, I think. But,
yeah, but I mean, anyway, moving on. What I'm trying to explain is, I'm on the Ping website, Ping G425 specs, and then I've got Callaway Apex TCB. I don't know if they're the new. No, I think they're the last year's clubs, right? The 7-iron, that is 34 degrees. 4 degrees difference, right? That's a big change.
It's one club, isn't it?
It's exactly one club, because it's the Callaway 6-iron is a 30-degree club, which is my 7-iron. So it's like,
exactly.
why do they
best
do
one
this?
you should compare to is the Titleist MB, right? So yeah, if you just Google
620
Titleist
MB,
620 MB,
right?
right, and look at what the loft of the 7-iron is, that should be the sort of the true loft, because that's the player's iron.
Yeah, but again, they obviously what's the word? They do, I don't know, change their lofts and change their stuff
But also,
and add
that
weights and take
nowadays
out
as
weights.
well, because of how commercialized the production lines have are for the golf clubs, right? They are not, they can say that the 7-ironers, or in particular the wedges, it's like 56 degrees or 52 degrees, but if you actually measure it, it's not that accurate. So a lot of people, especially like the sort of scratch golfers, when they buy clubs off the rack, or they even get fitted for it, they measure the lofts themselves, and they actually bend it for the actual, actually for how many degrees they should be.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because I felt like my wedges were way off.
Okay.
And I took them to the pro at Kibworth, where I bought them from. And I was like, yesterday. And I was like, Dom, can you please have a look at these? I think they're a bit off, because it doesn't make sense. I hit listen to this. You know this. I hit my sand wedge 85 yards.
Yeah.
I hit my pitching wedge 140 yards. And my gap wedge, my utility iron, I can't even get that to 100 yards. How does that make sense? Yeah,
No,
so I gave them to him, and he changed the lofts and the lie angle, and the utility iron, like I said, it was a bit off. And same with, obviously,
was it like,
I don't know, he didn't say.
He said the degrees.
No, I don't remember. But the utility iron was a bit off, and also the pitching wedge was a bit off, which was like, so the pitching wedge was playing like a 9-iron, and I was like, it didn't make sense. Anyway, so
the utility wedge was playing like a sand wedge, basically.
Something like that, mate. I was struggling. I had to smash the hell out of it to get it to go like 95 yards, and I'm like, it shouldn't be happening.
If you have like a 110-yard approach, you're screwed.
Yes. Which is what was happening on Sunday. I was like, okay, I'm taking them in, and I need them to kind of have a look.
Even the 100-yard standard, like stock sort of yardage, you have problems with, because you have to smash the utility iron,
or go easy on a pitching wedge and risk a shank, which is pretty much what happened.
Yeah.
So I'm on the Titleist website now, and 620 MB, the 7-iron is 35 degrees. So it is
35 degrees.
Yeah, it's 35 degrees.
Wow.
And the 7-iron on the, where is it? Yeah, it's very high. So on mine is 30 degrees.
Now compare that against the TaylorMade Stealth 2 7-iron. You can see the difference.
Stealth 2 irons. Right, let's have a look at this really quickly. But it's are they out? Did they release any Stealth 2 irons?
Or just the Stealth, first Stealth.
Stealth 2 HD irons. Yeah, they have. Okay, here we go. 7 iron loft, 30 degrees.
Yeah, that's 5 degrees difference, isn't it?
Very big difference, right? So why do all these manufacturers make different lofts for the same clubs? Why can you not?
It's a marketing gimmick. It's a marketing gimmick, because people who get the MB620s are obviously single-digit handicappers, or most likely they're scratch golfers, and they want to control their ball. They don't care about distance, because they're already like very strong golfers, right? Who don't need extra sort of technology to improve the distances. Or again, they're just wanting to focus on the sort of like the ball striking and the accuracy compared to distance. And whereas the average clientele, the target market for the Stealth iron, is people, who have perhaps more money than sense, people like you and I, or people who are not very good at golf, and they go to a fitting session at American Golf, right? Or some random big retailer, and within 30 minutes, they can pull out this Stealth 2 iron, and the launch monitor will say that you have gained an extra 5 yards just by changing a club. And technology doesn't work that way. Only by bending the shafts does it work that way. But people don't really care about what the actual loft of these clubs are. All they think about is, my old 7-iron hits me, gets me 150 yards, and all of a sudden by changing the stealth, I get 170 yards out of it. That's like an amazing improvement. So it must be the clubs. Sorry, it must be exactly how good the clubs are. So they buy the new clubs. So it's marketing gimmick.
My opinion,
marketing gimmick.
My opinion is, how you can't have any more than a 60-degree wedge, or is it 62? Yeah. I think it might be 62 degrees, but nobody uses 62 degrees because it's just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And also, there's what do you call it? A limit on how legal a legal limit of how big the head is. I think that's like 450 cc or whatever it is, right? There should be this like rule where you are only allowed to go 1 degree up or 1 degree down to this for a certain amount of degrees for a 7-iron. So for a 7-iron, you are only allowed to go 1 degree up or 1 degree down for 30 degrees, for example. And then for the 8-iron, this. So there should be like a specific numbers that 8-iron, 7-iron, 6-iron should be. And then that should be like the true factor of how good really are your clubs. So TaylorMade, put your money where your mouth is, produce some good clubs, and don't stop messing with the loft to give false information and, false whatever to the buyer. You want to prove how good you are, make the Stealth 2 or the Stealth 3 or the Stealth 4 the same loft, same lie angle, same everything. But obviously the metal is going to be different, the weight is going to be different, the everything, like the design of it, the aerodynamics are going to be different, and then we'll see what your distances are. That's what I think should happen.
I agree, but it's never going to happen.
No, it won't.
Sell clubs. They're in the business of making money. They're not in the business of making things fair, right?
I completely agree. Do you know what I would love to try? Speaking of clubs, I love the idea of 1-length irons.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Like, I'm surprised they're not as big as what they should be, especially for beginners. Don't you think? Can you imagine 1-length irons, right? You would set up exactly the same for every single shot. So in theory, it makes sense. Whether or not it works or not, that's a whole different story. Obviously, it doesn't work because I've only seen like Bryson use 1-length clubs. Obviously, Cobra sell them.
And I think he probably uses like, shafts that are longer as well than usual. Whereas the average amateur would benefit from like the shorter shaft as well. Again,
yes, but if you get used to using a longer 7-iron, then that's just part of your game. That's part of life.
Yeah.
So if I'm stepping a little bit further back to use a 7-iron, but I'm also using that same stance and the same, everything for every single iron in my bag, then that means that my shots should be better, because my setup is exactly the same no matter if I'm using the 5-iron or the 9-iron. Because obviously now, as we play, me and you play, and normal amateur, recreational players play, your setup is different on every single shot, which is exactly what it should be. Your 4-iron shot and your 9-iron shot. If your 4-iron shot and your 9-iron shot look exactly the same, then you are doing something dramatically wrong. I think you can agree, right? The ball stance is way different. You're standing a little bit further away. Your feet are opening a lot more. It's a lot of information, right? So for us, because we're geeks and we're nerds and we love to know all about this stuff, we know about it. Most players do. You're supposed to stand, I don't know, like 2 balls forward. If it's a 4-iron, the lower you go, the more forward you have the ball. All that kind of stuff. It's just normal stuff. You know where to put the ball if you want to hit it high. You know where to put the ball if you want to hit it low. You know all these basic stuff. But if you were using 1-length irons, all your shots would look exactly the same, apart from how lofted you wanted the shot to be. So you wouldn't worry about anything else. Just how high do I want to hit it? How low do I want to hit it? Do I want to hit a stinger, or do I want to hit like a high fade or whatever? So I would love to try 1-length irons. Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
As...
I agree, but I think there's a reason they're not as popular.
I completely agree. And I think I had the same idea with the arm lock putter. The arm lock putter makes complete sense if you think about it. Theoretically, it minimizes your every movement up to the point where all you need to worry about is your line and your speed. And then everything else, there's no like Willis Torres wobbling going on the backswing, because you're literally arm lock. You're so locked into your arm that it's impossible, or it's almost impossible to make a mistake, right? So I tried it, and it works. Like I understand the technology, and I can see how it helps me. I'm surprised it's not as big as what it is, and I get really weird looks whenever I go to like golf clubs, and they see me pull out an arm lock, and I'm like, guys, like chill. It's just a different start putter than you, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's all I have. Have you got any like questions to ask or anything to say?
No, another good episode.
Another great episode.
Really,
nearly an hour, lads.
Hope you guys liked it, and then we're gonna do a nice little review session of the Netflix show at the next episode.
Next week, it's all about Netflix and Tiger Woods.
Hopefully, this time next week, we will have Tiger Woods winning a tournament.
Can you imagine that?
I can't imagine it, but you can hope for it.
I saw a little meme on like a Twitter feed on Instagram the other day, and it said it was a woman tweeting, and it said, "I wish I knew what men want." And then another woman commented and said,
"We just want Tiger Woods to win another tournament."
And it's absolutely true. All we want to do is just see Tiger Woods win another major.
Oh man,
that's all we want.
Like Sky Sports Golf in front of me, and it's showing Tiger Woods walking across the Swanton Bridge on the 18th.
There you go. Yeah, that's it. So guys, thank you guys for listening.
What an emotion.
As always, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned. And we've got a lot more content coming your way. Take care. See you next week. Bye.
See you next week.